ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עורך פרי הגפן
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא עשה בסמים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על העריות ועשה לנו את הארוסות והטיל לנו את הנשואות לנו על ידי חופה וקידושין. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש עמו ישראל על ידי חופה וקידושין. He comes devoted to Stu as he is devoted to her.
It's Stu. I think I got that.
I'd like to get this off to a good start. Okay, so the purpose of the Kiddushin means to sanctify, but it really is two events in one. And that is that the couple are being sanctified to each other, that the bride is being sanctified to the groom, and it's done in a way that we're doing it with Kiddusha, with holiness in the Jewish way of marriage. Our custom is to do so with the coin, and that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, repeat after me.
She smashed the glass.
Okay, both one you line up. Okay. Adem.
Adem.
At. Mekudeshet.
Mekudeshet.
Li. Echaspa.
Echaspa.
Adem.
Adem.
Kedat.
Kedat.
Moshe.
Moshe.
Israel.
Israel.
Behold.
Behold.
You are sanctified unto me. With this silver coin.
With this silver coin.
According to the law.
According
of Moshe. And Israel.
Israel.
מקודשת בסימן טוב. It's a part of custom, by the way, for those of you who are not part of descent, is to say the wrong name when we do the people shit.
Mazel tov.
Did you get that? That's very fun. You get the name of it.
Okay, so we have to attention please. Few words for the Chatan, the Kalah, the bride and groom, as well as actually for the rest of us. Firstly, our sages tell us that on happy occasions, those who are no longer with us visit with us, and of course are proud to be a part of the event, and are proud of, in this case, the special couple that is getting married. So we remember fondly Leslie, your grandparents, Morris Haber and Grace Haber, Aleim HaShalom, as well as Manny Hardmeyer and Paula Hadmeyer, Aleim HaShalom. As well, Mitch, we remember your grandparents, David Bernstein, Aleim HaShalom, Dennis Hyman, Jesse Hyman, Aleim HaShalom, and we wish Mazal Tov to your grandmother, Edith Bernstein. As well, I I'd like to express my congratulations, Mitch, to your parents, who I know mean so much to you. And in meeting Mitch, not knowing the two of you, but knowing the two of you through Mitch, you must be very special people because you did a beautiful job with your fine young son. I'm proud to be a part of the ceremony. Leslie, of course, we're family, we're related, go way back with your parents. Your father, of course, is known for his leadership of the synagogue here in Manhattan, and your mother is a very special person, and you also did not just come out of nowhere, you came from very special parents. It's my pleasure to be a part of this ceremony together with both sets of kids. Imagine the two of you, and the rest of us as well. Imagine a faraway place. And in this faraway place, the custom is a little bit strange. And that is the people who mean the most to them. If someone has someone who means a lot to him or to her, they don't treat them so well. And the people who mean less to them, they treat them with a lot of praise and with a lot of respect. A strange place. To some extent, that strange place is this world. And that is very often, those people who we do not know so well, perhaps come to visit us very seldomly. We hardly ever see them, but they're a special guest. We treat them with a lot of love and respect. And the people who we are closest to, who have done so much for us, our friends and our family, very often because we are used to them and accustomed to them, we don't give them the proper respect that they deserve. Judaism is exactly the opposite. We're coming upon the holiday of Hanukkah this week. And interesting, we have a law that when we read the principle is called in Hebrew, Tadir v'she'enot tadir, tadir kodem. That means that if you have something that is common, that you see often, and something that you do not see too often, which one comes first? Not the one that you hardly ever see. We don't say, oh, it's special and it's different and I never see this, but that which comes often. For example, we read the Sefer Torah on Shabbat, and Chanukah, both, which would be the case next Shabbat. And which Sefer Torah do we read first? We read from the Shabbat Sefer Torah. Even though Chanukah only comes for 8 days a year, we read from the Shabbat Sefer Torah first. By the same token, if it were a holiday, even a big holiday, let's say Yom Kippur, and it was also Shabbat, when we mention in the prayers the two, we say today is Shabbat and Yom Kippur, not Yom Kippur and Shabbat. Even though Shabbat comes every single week, it doesn't matter. Because it comes so frequently, we treat it with extra respect. And that's how we have to treat others. The people who maybe we do not see too often, we treat them, of course, with respect, but they're not as special as the people who are close to us. The people with whom we are close. And especially today, husband and wife. Even though they are close to us and even though we take them for granted, we have to treat them with extra respect, with extra love, with extra care. Even though they're always there, we should never take them for granted. It's a good lesson for life, and it's a good lesson for all of us, that those who are close to us, those who have done so much for us, never take them for granted, but to show our love, to show our concern, to show our respect, and to show them how much they mean to us, even though they're always there. And in a marriage, all the more so. Mitch and Leslie, the two of you are very much in a position to do exactly that. Neither of you takes the other for granted. Each of you appreciates the other. Mitch to Leslie, Leslie to Mitch. The two of you even told me, first of all, you're very accomplished people. I know, because getting the Syrians to come on time to this wedding is an accomplishment. But in addition to that, each of you is well-balanced, each of you is level-headed, and each of you appreciates the other. Both of you said to me, it's common, whoever has a fight, but it's because you have such a natural relationship and such a love for each other. I know that it's going to be that you will never take each other for granted, that your love is going to continue to grow, that you're going to build a beautiful home among the Jewish people with observance of the Torah, with observance of the mitzvot, building a beautiful home with a beautiful Jewish family, and really being a credit to your parents, to your friends, and to our communities, plural. May the two of you continue to build a beautiful home. May you always realize the principle that we say as Jews, tadir v'she'eno tadir, tadir kodem, that when we have a choice between two things, we prefer that which is always with us. That we never, husband and wife should never take each other for granted. You should always appreciate what each other is. May you grow together in Torah mitzvot, and may you build a beautiful home among the Jewish people.
Amen.
Asher, Kiddushanu.
Always.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol baro l'chvodo.
Adonai panav v'chatav v'yashem v'lecha shalom. V'ta'amu et shemei achei Yisrael v'ani v'aberichem. Yitin Adonai ta'isha ha'ah v'techa v'rachel v'le'ah v'anu shetehem v'beit Yisrael v'asu ma'ayim. We say Yimeshtachech, of course, to remember Yerushalayim, to remember the construction of Yerushalayim on this happy occasion.
ציפה לשונית, לחלקי, אמלוא, אזכרך, אמלוא, העלר, את ירושלים, על ראש שמחה. מזל טוב.
School uniform, including his blue Como shirt, gray trousers. When Leslie sees these pictures, they might easily inspire a naughty retake of the schoolboy outfit. We'll leave that to their honeymoon. Moving to America was a momentous occasion for the Bernsteins. Mitch had to relearn the rules of football, took up playing the saxophone, and gradually assimilated into life in the New York burbs. By high school, it became apparent that Mitch's strengths in geography and history made up for a sub-stellar performance in science and math. But it wasn't his report card which revealed this deficit in calculation and reasoning. In the spring of his senior year, Mom and Dad had Auntie Tony visiting from England. Their decision to take her into the city for some sightseeing and a bite to eat provided Mitch with the opportunity to host his first house party. As many of you know, Mitch loves to entertain. His logic dictated that it would take them 90 minutes to drive into the city, a couple of hours for dinner and a stroll, and then at least an hour on the drive home, yielding a 4.5-hour window to have his closest 50 friends over for a cocktail or two. As you may have already guessed, the evening wouldn't play out exactly as planned. It seemed the traffic was especially light that night, and the restaurant service was prompt, not leisurely. After about 3 hours into the party, I distinctly recall a girl's voice yelling back into the house, "Mitch's parents are home! Mitch's parents are home!" Bodies began to scatter. It was a scene that more closely resembled Black Hawk Down than a social engagement. His friends were pouring out of every window and door into the woods behind the house to make their getaway. Apparently my reasoning skills were a little sharper than Mitch's, because I acutely figured that instead of a getaway, I could run into my bedroom, turn out the lights, jump under the covers, and my parents would think that I was asleep. So I suppose this evening I also need to thank my parents for not dragging me out of bed and being man enough to admit they heaped their disapproval onto him instead of me. Mitch left Jersey for the University of Wisconsin, but during one of his trips we were sitting around late at night, and for whatever reason we were feeling rather philosophical. We developed a theory which neatly divided our lives between England and America. Old school Bernstein represented life on the other side of the pond, but it also encompassed all the belongings from our childhood which made the trip to New Jersey with the family. New school Bernstein represented all of the new belongings which the family had acquired since replacing the relics of our childhood. At this point, most of the vestiges of old school Bernstein have long been discarded or reupholstered. But in Mitch's apartment the other day, I noticed the bench which we sat on in our kitchen growing up in Pine Grove. I fondly recall the memories of this bench as it represents my earliest meals. It also offered each of us the opportunity to see whose spark could make it reverberate a little more than the other. I love that a few of these old school Bernstein relics have lasted it to be a part of Mitch Leslie's new life together. It's wonderful. Last night, my dad spoke of the sacrosanct bond between father and son, which precluded him from relaying stories of Mitch's love life to his friends and family. Well, I can assure you that no such bond exists between brothers. So here goes. As many fathers of daughters will tell you, they have a certain dread for the days in which their girl will start dating and hope that they can influence the men or boys which will seek her fancy. My Zoe is only 11 weeks old, and I already had to poke a baby in the eye just to stop him from ogling her. Most fathers, however, don't have to worry about their sons in the same way. But about 6 years ago, Mitch was 28 years old. He began dating a 38-year-old hottie. She was a blonde nurse. While most dads would be high-fiving their son at this seemingly cliche prospect, when dating turned home to introduce Monica to the family, just dropping a blonde joke at the dinner table. Needless to say, he successfully scuttled their relationship, paving the way for someone more suitable. I suppose I could stop here and segue into Mitch meeting Leslie, but his skills of reasoning and calculation allow me the opportunity for one last thing. And so it was that maybe 2 evenings, that a little tipsy Mitch returned home from the single scene of Manhattan, only to hook up with the girl downstairs in his 4-unit brownstone. Now many of us have committed folly in the past, but it is for our amusement and Leslie's chagrin that every time DJ Alley strikes up a chord on her piano at 2 a.m., they'll be reminded of the trials and tribulations of the dating scene which brought them together. Of course, when the family finally got around to meeting Leslie, there were no brunette jokes or Jewish jokes to scuttle the relationship. In fact, Leslie quickly gleaned that it was apropos to distract whatever ribbing to Dad that she may receive as the opportunity arose. The family knew immediately that Mitch had made his match and that he had met the lady which she would be his soulmate to travel around the world with and experience the joys and tribulations of life together. And so it is that his journey brings us all to this room. We can raise our glass together and now for a toast to Mitch and Leslie, and the newest addition to the realm of new school Bernstein.
Everybody. Want to thank everybody who's come here tonight, whether they've come from across or across the Atlantic or other places. It really means a lot to Les and I to have you all here. Come on. Most of all, I'd like to thank Ike for throwing a wonderful party tonight. It's absolutely amazing to see so many people in one place. Have great music, great food, great entertainment. Thank you guys, most of all, for your daughter. As they're absolutely wonderful tonight, more beautiful than I had ever imagined. It's a truly kind of speech-taking away moment. It's pretty difficult to put into words how happy I am that you're around, which is why I have a couple of notes. Mum, Dad, thank you for a wonderful party last night. Certainly a great warm-up for a fun evening tonight. I suppose if I had a different crowd here tonight, I'd probably say that Christmas has come early, but or even Hanukkah. But it's a pleasure to be up here. Yeah, I don't know whether it's a New York thing, growing up in New York, or a Haver thing, but just the way that you conduct yourself, it's amazing to me, the ease and the grace, I guess, from your name with which you handle any situation. I don't know, it made me fall in love with you from a very, very early stage. Just the ability to make me laugh all the time, your appetite for all things fun, all things adventurous. It's a pleasure to be with you all the time. I suppose the first time I knew that I was going to marry this woman, I took her to Italy for a couple of weeks, and you know, I just kind of bought plane tickets and said, we'll figure it out once we get there, and she actually went along with the program. Most of all, she didn't blink an eye when I suggested that we fly to Bologna, ostensibly just to eat 2 meals and then disappear. She was absolutely down with the program, and it's because she loves all the good things in life. And I knew from that moment, not a doubt in my mind, she was the one. So, it's almost truffle season. Anyway, the joy that you bring to everybody around you, your friends, your family, and to me especially, it makes me feel especially blessed that you're going to be my wife for many years to come. You are my wife. And, put the hand up. Thank you all for coming. It means a lot to see you all out there, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
The diddly grandson says that he missed you a lot tonight, and we had a wonderful time, and we'll tell you all about it when we're back. It's a shame that we missed you, and we love you. Mazel tov. And Emma's up next.
So our favourite diddly dee from this little diddly dee. Do you want to see diddly dee?
Yeah, diddly dee, go on.
There he is.
A bit dark in there. Yeah, I think we can kind of see him in that.
He had a great time, partied himself.
Yeah, danced all night long.
Danced all night. We missed
Drank
you.
all the red wine in the bar.
Anita. He really did. We missed you, and I'll see you soon.
Grandma Anita, we love you so much, and you were here in spirit tonight. We know you are. The rabbi said a word about you, and we could feel you here, and we love you so much. And we're so excited to bring Zoe to meet you this spring or summer. It's going to be wonderful. She already loves you. She gets kisses every time after we talk. And it's great.
We can't wait to bring Zoe. We've already told her all about her, Gigi, and now there's a fourth Mrs. Bernstein, and we can't wait to bring Zoe over.
Bye, Grandma.
I need I have nothing to say other than
hi Mum, how you doing? Everybody's here except you. We miss you and love you, and your presence is here. Your daughter-in-laws are here. Everybody misses you. So we'll see you in January. Love you all.
Natalie's running 6, so
Hi, Rita. We've been talking about you all night and felt that you were here with us. And you'll be here tomorrow because Mark is going to show you your victory pictures apartment. Anyway, we love you. Be well. We'll bring lots of photos next month.
Thursday. There you go.
Now we're ready?
Yeah, you're ready. You're on.
We just got married about 3 hours ago. We miss you dearly. We wish you were here with us, but we wanted to just show you what we would do to you if you were here.
Hang on, you forgot this. You forgot that.
Oh, right. Ooh, the pinch cheek. Okay. Anyway, we love you. We miss you. We wish you were here. The night was beautiful. Everyone looked beautiful. Had a great time. And we will see you soon. We promise. We promise. We promise.
I love Leslie. What a wonderful woman. And you've now got a new Mrs. Bernstein.